Hello guys, this is Jonathan Steadman, and today I'll be teaching you guys how to use LibreOffice Impress. Basically, it is like PowerPoint but made by LibreOffice, and it's not owned by Microsoft at all. But the best part about it is that it's open source. So yeah guys, I'm going to teach you how to use LibreOffice Impress. Let's open it. Go and open that. This software is available for Linux. There's no PowerPoint for Linux, but we can just run LibreOffice Impress. It's just as good. Okay, so now we're going to load it up, right? Okay, we're going to see this screen, and then this is like tip of the day. They give a random tips every day. Now press on OK, and now you can choose what template you want, such as this template, DNA template, or whatever you want. And we can click up here to select what other templates you want. As my templates, I don't have any, but we can choose onto styles or whatever. We can go to all categories, go there, and now choose whatever we want. So we are going to choose this one. Okay, so we've got this one opened up. We can add a title here, so we can put down what is Linux ? So we could do that. To make the text in center, what you will need to do is go over here, and I'll click over here. So go to a paragraph and then go and click over here. Okay, so we have done that. So this is all of the slides, such as here. So this will be the second slide, and this is the first slide. And then over here, if we click onto text, then we'll be able to change what you want there. So we can make that one bold, we can make that one that, and we also can make underlined. And we can also put a line for it if we want. We can also do now if we wanted to. There's a lot that we can do with this. We can change the way we want it, such as portrait or landscape, but we're going to have it as landscape. Okay, click back to the text, and now we can change the font by clicking over here, and we can change Ubuntu. I'm meant to do that, and then now we have to change to Ubuntu. So now the font is in Ubuntu style. Okay, and now if we want to add some, so this is where we can add click to add some text. So this is where we're going to go and add some text. We need to make this one way more bigger, and now we can just add a name basically. If we want, we can just put down whatever text you may want, such as by, oh my god, it's so small. I am going to have to change this. So by Jonathan Steadman, and then now what you could do is highlight it, and now we can make this into a bigger font by clicking over here. Now we have a bigger font. Now to move it, just do that, and now we can move it around for place. So we got What is Linux by Jonathan Steadman. Okay, so we've done that. Now we can go on to the next slide. Okay, so here what we could do is put down introduction. So this will be more like an introduction to Linux. We're only going to have like 4 slides in this tutorial. Okay, so we've got introduction to Linux. Now we can underline it, we can make it bold, we can make it italic, but we're going to keep it like that. And now what we could do here is that we're going to give these options. So this one is to insert any image that we want. This one is to insert a chart, video, or audio, and this is used to create a table. What we are doing here is that we are going to add some text instead. And now what we could do is Linux is a free and open source kernel. Linux is mostly used for servers and the internet, which is the internet runs on servers, so, and most electronics such as Android. Okay, so Linux is a free and open source kernel. What we could do now is just to add another paragraph, and for that paragraph what we guys could do is that Linux is not popular on desktop though, but it's popular everywhere else. Everywhere else. Okay, so okay, that is cool. Everywhere else. And now what we could do is to insert an image, go right here, search up Ubuntu for example, and now that should load up. And now we can just go to images, and now we can click onto which one ever we want, such as this one. We can have this one up and running. It's like an older version of Ubuntu. Okay, now press on Control B, and now what guys should see is Ubuntu, the background of Ubuntu. So we can put it wherever we want, such as there, or there, or there, or whatever. So we can put it wherever we want by dragging it. But we're going to have it at the bottom of the corner. So just paste it right over here, and now we should be fine. So introduction to Linux. Linux is a free and open source kernel. Yeah. I didn't add all of the information here yet, but this is what I put down. Okay. Now to add another slide, what you guys will need to do is do that, and now what you guys could do is add a new slide. So just press into the left click, and now new slide. And now we're guys going to see a new slide, number 3. And now to add one more slide, to add a different type of slide, what you guys could do this is to change the transparency, like animation for it. Okay, so what we're going to do is new slide, and it's going to be for end. Now just delete that, and now we just only need the title, and just drag that into the center like that. And now what we could put here is bye, thanks for reading my PowerPoint, which isn't really a PowerPoint because I made this entirely on LibreOffice Impress. Okay, now what guys will need to do is save it by clicking onto this icon, or best on Control S. So click up here, and then we'll be able to save the work here. So just go into wherever we want to save the work, such as Linux, and then we can press onto this save button, and now we should be able to save the work. Okay, so we have an introduction to Linux, and now our third slide we're going to go more in depth about Linux. More in depth. More advanced meaning of Linux. Okay, so while we have the up, we can go back up here to change some of the stuff, and now we can change the font back to Ubuntu, and now we can make that one a lot more smaller, but we're going to make it a bit more bigger, like around 96 possibly. Okay, let me just change this like that. We can do that as well if we wanted to. And we can make that one underlined, and now we've got a title. So yeah guys, what we could do is add a table. To add a table, click over here. And now we can select how many rows we want, such as 2, and then we can have number of rows up to 9, so maybe like that 2 want it to be. And we can also drag over here to make the table a lot more bigger. So what we could have here is, so this is what a table is. To add some information here, what you guys will need to do is change the font size to maybe 96, and now we can put down Linux distros. good or bad. So we can just do something like that to judge if this is a good Linux distro or not. Basically, a Linux distribution is an operating system on any device that runs in Linux kernel, such as Ubuntu, Android, and Linux Mint, Fedora, and Arch Linux, and many more. So what we guys could do is put down Arch Linux, and then we can put down bad, basically. But I'm going to put down good because Arch Linux is good, but I don't have Arch Linux because I does not that advanced yet. I'm just a college student. Okay, so what guys can I also do with Elementary OS? I can't even write Elementary. Hold on, how do I write Elementary? Elementary. Oh, here it is, Elementary OS. Oh wait, did this wrong. Here. So this is Elementary OS. Basically, it is an operating system that is meant to look like press to Control Shift and V to and then go there. So Elementary OS is basically an operating system that was made to look like Mac OS. What I'm going to do is put down bad. I don't hate Elementary OS, but their softwares, the operating system is not up to date at all, and they were working on the Elementary OS 6 for a very, very long time, and I don't like the fact they were working on it for a very long time. I think they really do care about their system being very, very secure and very stable. But for 6 months, for like something longer than 6 months, come on, it should be released by now. Okay, so I put down bad because it's not up to date. It's still based on the lower version of Ubuntu. Okay, so what now we can do, put down Fedora, and I'll put down good because the softwares are newer, and you're going to get the newest version of GNOME, you're going to get the newest version of LibreOffice and stuff like that. But it really does depends because having new software such as a desktop environment will give you bad experience, like imagine having a new version of GNOME is not really the best thing, even Ubuntu not going to get the latest version of GNOME for that newer version 21.04, and that is because it's still going to contain bugs as it does came out. So yeah, it depends due to bugs to new software. Okay, so what we could also do is Ubuntu, and I'll add one more after that, because I'll teach you guys how to delete some of them. So for Ubuntu, we can put down that is a good operating system because it's always very good. They have their own custom-made GNOME, which looks pretty good, but I like Linux Mint. I'll put down awesome. This is the best operating system. It's best for beginners, and it is just amazing. I like how I just start talking about Linux all of a sudden while I'm doing a tutorial on like LibreOffice base. Okay, so now we can delete this column. Oh damn it, I did it wrong. We're meant to do delete row. Oh wait. Okay. So to delete a row, just do that, and I'll just delete row. Oops, I delete the whole thing. Hold on guys. I want to delete this column. Delete, and I'll delete row. Okay, now click on there, and now go to delete and then row. Now over here, what we could do is delete, and now delete row. Okay, so you guys can see this, right? So that is what I call a table, and we can also do charts and stuff like that. We're not going to do a chart because obviously it's very basic, but I'm actually going to do a chart. I want to show you guys how it's done. So this is how we can add all of these. Now we're going to add another slide, and that slide will contain a chart for probability for basically. So what we're going to do is add a chart. So now do chart, and now click there, and now what it goes to do is click onto this button, and now we should be able to make a chart. Okay, so we can make it, okay. Now we can add a title to it, subtitle, alright. I've actually never done a chart before, but I know it's going to be quite simple. It doesn't. Okay, so for here we can add a title, we can add a subtitle. What's it called? We can change the way it looks. The chart area, we can chart type. So click over here to change it to chart type. Pick a pie, for example. We're going to pick a pie. Okay, so this is how it will look. Now click over here, and now we can change some of the variables. So we can call this one Ubuntu. And now what we could do is delete some of them by going over here and now delete. Oh, we can't do that because we're going to have to click over here, and this is how we can delete it. Okay, so we got Ubuntu, so we can make that one 12, and then we can also have Linux Mint as 12 because it's just as popular. Fedora is more popular, to be honest. That one will be around 43, and then that one will be a Linux Mint, and then that one could be Arch Linux, because people like to use a text-based operating system to install their own desktop environment. Okay, so we have that. So now what we could do is that we can do now 32 for wide value, and then we can change column 1 to popularity. I don't care if it works wrong. This is a tutorial tool. Now close, and now to achieve receiver chart update. Yeah, as you guys can see, it has updated, but as you guys can see, there is some very small text, isn't there? So we're going to have to change this. Okay, so just go back there, and then we're going to have to go to click onto the chart. Okay, now what we're going to have to do is titles, and now we can add our own titles such as Linux distros, and now we can put down a subtitle and OK. Okay, for this we can change for style. Okay. So this is how to do a chart. Okay, just drag for text like that, and we should. Yeah, it's quite too small, not gonna lie. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that, but it should be fine anyway. So this is a chart to show Ubuntu, Linux Mint, and stuff like that. Okay, so we learned how to add a chart. Now what we're going to do is add a new slide, and now that slide will include a video. So just click over here and now go to videos basically, and let's choose whatever video you want. I think we can also do YouTube videos, but I have never tried that before because why would I? So click onto one of these. Oh, it crashed. Okay, it just crashed because I think that was a video that I'm recording right now. So we can do a recovery, and then it should recover it. But I haven't saved the last edit. Yeah, as you guys can see, I haven't saved it, but that's fine. I can redo the chart and show you guys again. Yeah, so this is how to paste in a chart. We can also edit it and edit the type of chart we want it to be, and we can also update the title of the chart. Okay, which I will show guys again. And this time I will save it. So go there and now add a title, distros, and now okay. Yeah, it's a bit small, but we should be able to change it anyway. Now go here and then we can delete some. Go over here and now no, not over here. Should be that one. Yeah, and then we can delete them by clicking over here. And we're not going to worry about this part because this is okay. So to change a chart type, go over here and now change it to this one. And now you guys will be able to change to that one, and now you guys can see that each color represents different type of data, and now we can name that one as a chart. So that one is known as a chart. Okay, now press on to Control S to actually save this. Don't be like me. And now we can add a new one, and now we can upload a video. Okay, I'm not gonna select this one because I'm recording this one, but now we can click onto this one. And that should upload. Oh, it crashed. Good thing I saved it. It doesn't seem to like the maybe this video format is incompatible. It most likely is incompatible then. Okay, we're not gonna add like that because I don't think that I can add these videos in. It doesn't work. Okay, so this is how to add a video. Just click on any video that I want to add and just double click on it and it should work. But for me it didn't work because I think that that my video thing is incompatible. Now to add an image, just go ahead and just click onto something random like this one. And now we can add an image into here, such as that. Okay. So yeah, this is how we can add images to PowerPoint as well. So we went through all of that. We were unable to get a video in because of an issue that we had, which is fine. Now to add some shapes, just click up here and we should be able to add some shapes. There's different types of shapes that we could choose from a star to a 3D object such as this. We can also select this and we can rotate it by doing that. We can rotate it, which is pretty cool, like a Rubik's Cube. So yeah, this is how we can rotate it. Yeah, so we learned how to add some objects. Now to save it, by clicking onto this icon, if we don't like something, just press on the delete key and it should be deleted it. Okay, so I'm going to show you something else. So if we click onto Slideshow, start from the first slide, and now you guys should be able to go and view it for yourself. Okay. So yeah, we went through Slideshow. We can select this slide by doing that, and we can start from this slide. Just press on the arrow keys from the left to the right. If you want to go to the left, then go to the left. If you want to go to the right, then click on the arrow and like that. Okay. So this is like the ending of the PowerPoint. We're gonna have to say bye. Thanks for reading my PowerPoint. So basically, this is a very, very simple software that anyone can use. This is, I actually don't know what that is. Oh, a flowchart. I never actually tried this before, a flowchart. Okay, so we can insert images through here. We can also insert videos because of these icons, such as over here. Insert audio or video, we can insert a chart from here. We can also insert a text box. To insert a text box, just press onto that and now insert it. And now over here we can just randomly do anything in there, such as typing that down, and I'll double tap on that, and then we should be able to change the size of that. If we go to format and our text, we can make it bold from here. What happened to the... Oh, because I have a text box underneath, don't we? Okay. Okay, so that is how we can do it. If we do not want the text box to be selected anymore, just go over here and we should not have it enabled anymore. And now we can do that, and now we can change the size of this by clicking up here. And then we can hold on, it should be that easy. I'm actually used to the part where that was over there, but it ain't anymore for some reason. So just go to text, and then we should be able to increase size by clicking over here. That should increase the size. So press Control and that key is shown. Now we can just do that. So this is going to increase the size. We can also make it smaller by pressing on this key. So that is a great way that we can do stuff. You guys should have an option right over here to tell you which size you want to change it to that we had earlier, but it didn't show up for me for some reason. I must have pressed on the button or something. So yeah, this is how that we could change the size as well by using the keyboard. You didn't have to use that tool. Okay, so we have added the 3D objects. We have learned how to add videos and an audio, but for me it didn't work for some reason. We have added some text. We also have added the title, and we also have added we can make it in the middle, we can make it there, and so on. We can show blue points, function points. These are more advanced stuff. These stuff, which I'm not going to show with the advanced stuff. I'm going to show the basics, very basics, just to get all into this software. So yeah, and then which VRS we have here for some reason. So yeah, it's basically a very simple software, just like PowerPoint, but I think this is much more easier, and people will get very used to it very quickly, is to have these very beautiful icons. So if we want to add some hours, just click over here and we can change the hours that I want, such as a down hour. We can do that. We can do an up hour if we wanted to. Just do that, and now we should be able to do that. So that is how we can add some hours. We can click over here, which would do a font work. So this is where we can do these special fonts, such as this one, and then we can just do that. And now this is going to be a very special font. We can increase it. I actually did start teaching with advanced stuff already. Okay, so this is how we can make this sort of thing. How to make the special fonts by going to font work, and then over here this will allow you to do some additional stuff which I'm not going to go through. Alright, so if we want to fill in something, just click over here and we should be able to fill in an object, such as making it blue. Or we can in fact change this board as a border by clicking over here. You can change the text color. This is clear formatting. This is how we can do that. So yeah, this is how we can change the object's color by going to the objects and then clicking onto this. Basically, yeah. So that is how we would use a LibreOffice Impress. On the next video, I'll be teaching you guys how to use LibreOffice Writer. But this is just an introduction, and hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit boring, but I'm kind of damn used to this software, and I just wanted you guys to understand that there is always good alternatives from proprietary softwares. This whole channel was made to talk about open source and to get more people into it, because I hate proprietary softwares, I hate Windows, I hate PowerPoint. I want everything to be open source and free. And what I mean by free is not as a cost, but free as freedom. So I really do want softwares to be all free and open source. So that's why I'm doing tutorials on only open source softwares. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Hope that you guys liked it, and I may see you guys too many audio samples, dropping samples to keep for audio and sake of video. I don't know what that means, but anyway guys, I'm going to see you next time. Bye!